We are back in the garage this morning, this cold winter morning in California. It's about 37 degrees outside. Very cold for California. Especially around this time of year. But we're back in the garage. Doesn't feel too bad in here. But we're gonna get down to it. We're gonna be installing a brake master cylinder today. So I hope you guys enjoy. How's it going, guys? Today we got a brake master cylinder to install. So I'm gonna go on ahead and get to it so I can get on to go and driving. So I can get out there and go drive, test it out and do some stopping and braking and say goodbye to that firewall flex after all. And just performance braking system, hello. Well, let's go. Screw that one up. What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be installing the brake master cylinder from GrimmSpeed. Should be pretty fun. So let's get started. Alright, let's go on ahead and take some things out of the box here. Got the GrimmSpeed bracket here, and we got the hardware. So I'm just going to dump this out so we can see what we're working with. Cool. Got two different threaded shafts there, a couple mounting bolts, and now we have to figure out where all these are going to go. Got two little nuts, or should I say big nuts. Now we're going to start making some room in the engine bay to fit this thing, and that's going to be a tight fit. But let's go on ahead and see what we're working with. So before I get started here, I'm gonna do a before and after comparison. Hopefully it'll show up on the camera, but I'm gonna go in there, give it some pressure on the brake, and then watch the whole firewall flex and the whole brake master cylinder move, so you can pretty much see what I'm trying to eliminate with this master cylinder brace. So let's go in there and step on the brake. So hopefully it moves a little bit and you can see what I'm trying to prevent. So let's go on ahead and get going on this. Let's get this thing installed. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is start by taking off these two 10mm bolts right here. That's what's holding on this bracket here. So we're gonna take those two out. It's kinda hard to see, but we're gonna take those two out and then remove one of those brackets that are in there. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to replace or actually remove this whole little secondary air injection system. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to remove this thing or not, but I can already kind of tell that it's in the way, so I'm thinking yes, but I'm gonna go on ahead and keep on going and see if I can squeeze past it or not. So let's go on ahead and remove those two 10mm bolts. Using the smallest ratchet I could find to get in there with the 10mm socket. Pretty much a tight fit, tight squeeze as usual on these Subarus. Engineers didn't have the mechanic in mind when they were designing. This thing's almost too big to fit down here. Because this damn secondary air injection pump, the worst idea ever from Subaru, just because they want to eliminate a cat in the up pipe. They have to put this big old honking thing in the way. Ain't cool, man, ain't cool at all. I think I'm gonna take this off. Screw this thing. Getting rid of it. See if I can figure out how to take this off. Starting by taking off these 10mm bolts, or nuts. 10mm nuts on the top. There's 3 total. One more on the back side here. Alright, let's see if it'll wiggle out. Taking this thing off before, because it doesn't work. It's just for looks when I pass smog, you know what I'm saying? It's only used for like the first 30 seconds or something after you start your car to eliminate emissions in the pipes. Some BS, I don't know. You should know about this 12-inch needle nose pliers from Harbor Freight. Best $2 ever spent. This little pinch clamp off. Just gonna back it off the little nip there. There we go. What else is connected here? Oh, I got a little clip too. Shit, man. It's turning into a hassle. Let's remove the fuse box for more room. Of course, things don't ever go according to plan when you're working on a Subaru. Just trying to get this stupid thing off, man. I swear I've got this thing off before. I swear I did. Still trying to wiggle this baby out. So far so good. Oh, look at that. So yeah, you just took out those 3 little nuts on the top. 3 little nuts on the top, 10 millimeter. Now we have a clip we need to undo. Or actually, fuck it. Screw that, I'm just gonna leave it connected and just put it to the side. Cool, now we got a lot more room to work down here. Hope y'all can see something, but here we are, 10 millimeter bolts. We meet again. Officially the worst place for these damn bolts. Or these nuts, whatever they are. Get in there with your fingers. Now GrimmSpeed did supply these bolts. They supplied some more of these. I think they just extended them a little bit so we can fit their bracket all along with this one. Okay, we got both the bolts out there. Hi, how are you? Should be a bracket that's gonna be coming off here. Oh, look at that. I'll just use my iPhone light, huh? How about that? So this bracket's gonna go alongside. It's gonna be connected to this piece here. You're just gonna have to slide it off. See that bracket there? It's kinda hard to see it, but right there where my thumb is. That's gonna have to slide off. Pressed in on it, and then it'll pop free, and that bracket will come right off. See if I can do it on camera here. I'm gonna put this right on the top, give it a little pressure on the top. And the bracket should come right off. And there it is right there. So you want to get on the back side of it and then push something small right in that hole and it'll pop right off. So that's that. So here comes the fun part. We got to maneuver this thing into this little tiny crevice down here. In the end, you want the GrimmSpeed logo facing forward, and this is where the bump stop's gonna be right up against the master cylinder. So to give you an idea how it's gonna mount up. So it's gonna be in this position when it's down in there. So yeah, let's see what really happens here. Here we go. Start by just putting in one end and going all in here. Don't force it in there, just take your time, be patient with it. It's the one thing I've learned about Subarus, you just gotta be patient. Wish I had better lighting, as usual, so I can show you guys a little better, because I can't really see much myself here. I'm trying to maneuver the bracket in between the AC line and a couple brake lines as well. The hard lines coming off the master cylinder. Really can't hear. It's okay. Keep calm. It'll work its way into place. Keep calm. Just kidding. So yeah, it's nearly impossible to show you what's going on down here. But just take my word for it, it's not very fun. It's not very fun at all. I could make it my life easier and remove this whole brace, but let's continue to struggle. I'm giving in. I'm removing this pointless bracket. Sometimes you just try to take shortcuts and it doesn't actually work out for you. Almost done with this bullshit. Alright. You are gonna be going bye-bye. Alright. Now we got a little bit more room to work. Let's see if this, I hope it pays off. We're gonna try this again. 10-minute clip. Whoa! No, my light! So the brace is gonna slide under all this bullshit. Under all this bullshit. Okay, here we go. Finally got the brace slid right into place. Haha, not really. But you're just gonna have to keep working with it. And I was trying to slide the brace over the brackets, but turns out you gotta kind of pull the brackets off a little bit and then slide the master brace behind it So the brackets are actually gonna sit right on top of the brace. See right here? This bracket is gonna sit right on top of the master cylinder brace. Same with this AC one down here. If you can see that wiggling, I slid the brace right under it. So it's gonna bolt right into there. Bam. Another bolt at the top. And then we're gonna figure out how to line up the little backing plate here. So the flexing will no longer be there. All right, we're gonna go on ahead and add the supplied mounting bolt into this top piece here. Gonna line up the bracket holes and just get it started. Not gonna snug it down, we're just gonna hand tighten it. Just a little bit of wiggle room because we're gonna need to line up this plunger here so we can stop the flexing, you know what I'm saying? Be sure to move this little, I think it's your wishy-washy fluid, little tube there. You don't wanna pinch it behind it. Almost did it. Almost did that. It's a bit difficult to see where the holes are gonna line up, but a little bit of wiggling and you should be okay. So let's try and add this without dropping anything, haha. Just finger snug. Same with the bottom one. Gotta line it up. So these are gonna be the two easy mounting bolts. We gotta get back to the ones way back here somehow. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, so now we're gonna attempt to add one of the longer bolts they supply. And this is gonna go into the bracket from the AC line. It's gonna mount on the bottom side of the bracket, so the bottom hole. So let's go ahead and feed this in. And just remember, don't drop it, or else you'll be screwed. Wiggle the bracket around a little bit if needed. Of course it'll be needed because I can't find the hole yet. That's what he said. Ha 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 ha. I think I found it, there we go. Get that started. Cool, cool. Got pretty lucky on that, I think. Alright, let's add that top one now. Ooh, that one's a bit tricky to get to. It definitely is. I'm on my iPhone now. Let's see if I can give you guys a better look at what I just did. Alright, so we just went on ahead and added the bottom screw. Bottom bracket screw there. Let's go on ahead and focus this. So the bottom bracket screw is in. Now I'm going to go in and add to the top here. So we got one screw there. The other one started right on top. You can see where the bracket is right there. It's not snug, but I just got it started just to show you guys. So I'm going ahead and finger tight that. That way the bracket can still wiggle around. Because we still need to line up the little plunger bracket piece right here. It's going to be stuck up against there, and that's going to prevent the flex. So we're getting there, we're getting there. Just going to go in there and kind of tighten these up a little bit. Just enough where it can still wiggle around. Just trying to eliminate some threads, because these are some whoa. They give you a lot longer bolts on this one. They supply real long bolts. So there's quite a bit of threads you're going to need to get in there. To tighten down this top bolt, or the top bolt is kind of difficult to get to. A swivel socket would be ideal, but I just have a ratcheting 10-inch wrench. And I kind of fit it in between the brake line and the bolt. So I just slid it right in between. I was able to bend it just a tiny bit to get in there. But now I'm tightening it down slowly. It's like one click at a time with my ratcheting wrench. Alright, next up we're gonna put the backing plate on there. Get this all good to go. It also comes with a longer shaft, but you use this on the earlier models of Subaru. So my model is semi-new, 2006, so I'm gonna use the shorter one. And you can also get 5mm hex in there to help you out and tighten it up right and correctly. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to assemble the thread onto the nut. So first off, this is going to be the Allen head side. I'm just going to thread one of these 15mm nuts on just until flush there. This is the side that this piece is gonna hold the pressure up against. Master cylinder is gonna be in this area. So I'm gonna go and show you on the brace how to mount this whole assembly up. Alright, so here we are, master cylinder's right down there. I'm gonna put the hex side towards the bumper. So we're gonna feed it through this hole here, feed it through this hole there, and then thread the other nut onto the back side. Alright, so let's attempt to get this little red piece on the stud there. I'm gonna put my 5mm hex key on the other side. Now very carefully, you're gonna have to slide this in there. And hopefully you don't drop it, because then you'll be pissed. You'll be pissed.
Threaded shaft. One end is a hex, the other is an indent. The indent is going to be facing the actual master cylinder, and the hex end will be facing away from the master cylinder. Now we're going to start by threading on one nut to the hex end of the shaft. We're going to then insert this through the hole and thread on loosely the other nut till it almost meets up with the brace itself. You want to make sure there is a substantial wiggle room in here so it can slide back and forth. We're going to then take the supplied cup, which will be pressed up against the master cylinder itself. Now we're going to take our hex key and our 15mm wrench. We're going to hold the front nut near the cup with the 15mm wrench, and we're going to insert the hex key in the back, still making sure there is a little bit of wiggle room. Now we're going to rotate this nut to the right, which will extend the threaded shaft until you make contact. Once it makes contact, you're only going to want to rotate that nut and tighten it 1/2 turn to 1 full turn by rotating the nut to the right. Now, still holding it in place in the rear, you're going to tighten the other nut to the right, which will lock the shaft to the master cylinder brace, and that is it.
A little better view what's going on here. That's how it should look right there. Kill beans. And before I go and snug down all those bolts, I'm gonna make sure to move the bracket right into the correct position so the little backing plate is right center in the middle of the master cylinder. So the brace will have even pressure, you know what I'm saying? I hope I don't ever have to take this off. Alright. Oh man. Whew. Time to tighten up that bottom bolt now. Cool, man. I think we are done. This thing is tight. Now let's see if it made a difference at all. Let's see if all this struggle was worth it. I'm sure it will be. Unless the internet's lying to me and this doesn't do jackass, I'll be very disappointed. So let's go on ahead and start the car up and do that flexing test again. Well, did you see any flexing going on? I sure hope not. And I did notice actually the pedal feel is a little less squishy and more responsive. It seems a little stiffer too when you press the brake in. So I think it actually is doing something. I think it really does do something. It's not just for looks. I got myself a nice GrimmSpeed master cylinder brace installed and ready to perform. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't as easy as, you know, a brake pad job, but a little bit more involved. When you do it once, I'm sure the next time, if you help a friend out, it'll go a lot quicker. Because you know what the hell you're doing this time around. See, I didn't know you were supposed to take out this little pump and all that. I know it created some more room for me, which was a plus. But now I gotta go and put this stupid thing back in there and just make it, it's just for look, so it's kind of stupid. I think it's pretty badass. Pretty badass, let me tell you. So yeah, GrimmSpeed, that was the master brace cylinder install. the brake master cylinder install. I'm gonna go on ahead and finish putting my car back together. This thing is just a waste of space. A waste of freaking space. Last but not least, stupid little cover. Clips right on. Right on, right on, right on, right on, right on. Cool, let's hope we did everything right because everything's put back together now. Let's put away all these damn tools. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for this install. The GrimmSpeed brake master cylinder is installed and ready to go. Good luck, and remember, be patient. It will take some time to maneuver the brace to get it in the right position, but just give it some time, you'll get it. If you want less squishy pedal and more firm pedal, I'd say go with the GrimmSpeed brake master cylinder. You want to eliminate that firewall flex, you want more performance out of your braking system, I go with the GrimmSpeed brake master cylinder. No, this is not sponsored by GrimmSpeed, but I wish it was. That's just the product I chose to go with because I have a couple other parts from GrimmSpeed and they do make quality products, so that's what I went with. You do your research and you go with whatever company you want to, but I went with GrimmSpeed and I'm glad I did. We will see you next time, and what will I be doing next time? Not really sure yet, but you can bet it's going to be something to do with my car. I'm just going to keep messing with my car, you know? There's always something to do, there's always something to mess with, so I enjoy it. It's my Saturday. This is how I spend my Saturday. So thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll see you guys later. Peace out. Alright guys, well I'm just going on a test drive now. Went out and got some lunch. And there definitely is a difference with the master cylinder brace installed. The pedal's a lot firmer, like I read on the reviews. Like the pedal feel is a lot firmer. The responsiveness of the brake is very nice, very nice. And just that little brace does actually make a difference. I'm happy with the install. So all around a good thing to have. So that master cylinder brace is a huge improvement over stock. Definitely highly recommended. Highly recommended part. Upgrade. So it's worth the extra money to go on ahead and do it. You'll be glad you did. Seriously. Huge difference. Not gonna lie, no jokes. No jokes. It's the real deal. Master cylinder brace is the way to go. So get yours. What's up guys? This morning we got a brake master cylinder install for you, so I hope you enjoy. Stick around. We're gonna be installing it on my Subaru over here. Disregard the trash truck in the background. He's disrespectful to my video, and I'm gonna go punch him. On a Saturday, really? Because that turkey day fell on a Thursday, and that was our usual fucking trash day. It was usually on a Friday, so then he's back a day, so he's never gonna catch up.